We got a Woj bomb in the NBA yesterday. I don't know if it was a bomb or not. It was a little bit of a surprise. Ben Simmons reportedly is not going to report to the 76ers camp. He refused to play for the team. At least it looks like that moving forward. It's been brewing in the offseason. Teams seemed to be eager to trade him, but they couldn't find a partner because they were asking too much. Now everybody finds themselves in an awkward position. 76ers don't have any leverage, or not the leverage they thought that could help them get this deal done. And then Ben has nowhere else to go when camp starts. Camp starts next week, by the way. Not long ago, there was a lot of optimism in Philadelphia. You had Simmons, Joel Embiid, young stars, built around, gave Simmons a max contract. Simmons hasn't developed offensively, and the flashpoint was in last year's playoffs. He passed up an open dunk against the Hawks when 6-foot Trae Young was coming after him. This appears to be one of those situations where both parties would be better off without one another. The problem is trying to figure out how this is going to work. Keep this in mind. Go back to the playoffs when the 76ers lost to the Hawks. And Doc Rivers was asked after the series, can you win a championship with Ben Simmons as your point guard? And he said, I don't know. Doc is too honest in a situation like that. He could be correct in what he's saying, but that's a must-lie situation. If that didn't open the door, you at least had the keys to open the door. And then Joel Embiid, he didn't exactly back up Ben Simmons either. Now, you have Ben Simmons under contract for 4 more years, max contract here. And I want to go back to a couple of weeks ago when Joel Embiid, out of nowhere, talked about Ben Simmons, saying nice things. I said, oh, this is all scripted. Because now you're doing it? The reason now is because other teams are going, wait, what do you want for Ben Simmons? So you don't want him, but you want a whole lot for him. You can't have both. And my thought was, if you bring him back, Joel Embiid saying something nice, or you're saying, I guess, to the rest of the NBA, hey, I love Ben. I want him back here. Not that a team's going to go, oh, my gosh, now we have to trade for him. Now we have to give them what they want. Ben Simmons needs to go someplace else. I can't imagine Philadelphia, the fans, Joel Embiid, Doc Rivers. I don't see that happening. The question is, where does he go? And I thought Sacramento, Houston would be 2 places. Like, he almost needs to be in a situation where these aren't high-profile games, important games. Like, he almost has to re-find himself. I don't know if Portland is going to be a place. And I thought all along Portland would be the place that they might trade for him. But, you know, does Dame Lillard want to play with him? Does Philly want C.J. McCollum? Philly wants Dame Lillard, which, yeah, but I would not be making that trade. C.J. McCollum, okay. Houston, I thought that's where he was going. And that's a young team. I don't know. And Ben's not old. What's he, 25? So you can bring him in here, but what role does he play? Is anybody else truly interested in Ben Simmons? And the fact that Philadelphia is not interested would make me sort of shy away and go, they don't want him, but they want you to want him. Why is that? That doesn't make any sense. But Daryl Morey seems to pull off these deals and not afraid to swing for the fences. But I also think you need to understand how far the fence is. You can swing for the fences. You might have warning track power when it comes to Ben Simmons. And that would be the big concern. You're going to have to take less for Ben Simmons because you have shined the spotlight on his flaws. He doesn't want to shoot free throws, and he doesn't want to shoot. Can't shoot. But he does other things well. He needs to find a place just like Draymond Green is with Golden State. In fact, I thought that would be a great person to be able to replace Draymond Green and then maybe give Philadelphia a different look with Draymond Green. But, you know, Draymond Green can shoot threes, but he doesn't go out there needing to shoot. He does other things for you. He's a rebounder, real good defender, tough guy, instigator. And maybe you get an older version of Ben Simmons. And this way, Golden State has got a lot of young players there. I thought that might be a nice mix. And just by watching Steph Curry and Klay Thompson shoot, you're going to get better. And maybe they could actually help him. Steve Kerr is one of the great shooters of all time. You have three of the greatest shooters of all time on the same team. And I take away that pressure that, oh, my God, he's got to go to the free throw line. Oh, my God, he's going to take a three. He'd need to be a really good defender, handle the ball, distribute. Those would be things that he would do well. No one ever said, boy, Magic Johnson can't shoot. Magic never had a jumper. But Magic was aggressive on offense. And that's the difference. Ben Simmons is not aggressive. He doesn't want to go to the free throw line. Magic would take it to the hoop. But he had a set shot. There wasn't anything that was magical about his jump shot. But he did other things really well. But Ben is a better defender, probably as good, if not better, rebounder. But it just, Magic had the confidence, the command. Ben doesn't have any confidence. Magic comes down the floor, and it's like, I don't know who's getting it. Somebody's getting it. Somebody's going to look, I'm going to embarrass somebody here. And Ben doesn't do that. Ben is like, let me defer. And you can't play that position like that. Yes,
I think it hurts Ben Simmons a lot, too, at least the perception of the player that he is, that he's playing in this era of people regularly taking, 45-foot three-pointers, and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Wherein you can't hit a free throw, dude. You're going to pass up a dunk, and meanwhile, Damian Lillard's shooting from the other side of the stadium. Dude, what?
He's got to work on shooting free throws, because if you shoot free throws, then you can be aggressive going to the hoop. But you're shooting 61%. You can't shoot 61% having the ball in your hands all the time. And late in games, you don't want the ball. I can guard you at the end of a game because I know you don't want to shoot. And when you become a negative at the end of a game, that's tough to win championships with one of your two best players. You're a max contract guy and you can't shoot. Yeah, Paul.
Do you think Simmons and his people are trying to pull the same move that James Harden did a year ago, but they don't have 33 and 10 and 8 to go with it?
Yeah.
James Harden was he could do everything well. Defense, who cares? But James Harden was as elite as it gets when he pushed for a trade.
I just have to find a place where he can regain his confidence. And I don't know exactly. I thought he should have played for the Australian Olympic team. Play with people you know. Get confidence. And therefore you can he's in his own head. And we've seen athletes, once they get in, it's really hard to get out. But if I'm Philadelphia, I know you don't want him. The question is, what are we willing to take for him? What can you get? How much value does he have? I think he has a lot of value. But I would go back and have him watch that Utah game when he scored, I think, 42 points. When Joel Embiid was out, I would have Ben go back and say, who is that guy? And why can't you be that guy? But is he broken? It's close. It's close. But I don't think he comes back to Philadelphia. I don't think you can have him back.